Hi everyone, welcome back to Little Books Great Stories. Today I will be reviewing the book called The Book Thief by Markus Zusak. This book is a young adult novel, but I feel it can also be enjoyed by adults because it's fictional and it has a philosophical angle to it. It can give a different perspective on life, and some people can even find it life-changing. So the whole story is seen through the eyes of death, and it's set in Nazi Germany. So what could you expect? Even death can only feel sympathy for his victims. So now we're introduced to the protagonist, Leisel. Leisel, as the story unfolds, we find out that she is under the care of foster parents, Hans and Rosa Huberman, because her father was taken away because he was a communist a while ago, and her mother probably didn't have enough means to provide for her, so she was taken to these foster parents. And another sad thing is that in the journey to taking her there, she loses her brother. So they have to go to a funeral, and it's really hard for her with all those inner struggles to be with a foster family. She hasn't seen her father, and she can't see her mother. Her brother's gone, and she's with this couple. It's not that the foster parents are bad. It's not like Cinderella or anything. Hans and Rosa are very good people. Rosa may seem tough on the outside, but she actually really cares for Leisel, and so does Hans. But Leisel is in a very tough position right now. So the title, The Book Thief, originates from Leisel being a book thief herself. Because in the beginning, when her brother dies and she and her mother are at the funeral, she finds a book laying there, the Gravedigger's Handbook, which does not belong to her, obviously, and she steals it. She steals this particular book not because it's a book, but because it is the one thing that she knows will be the closest to her memory of her mother and brother, because she knows her brother's gone, she'll never see her dad again, and she probably won't be seeing her mom again either. So that book will be the closest thing to their memory. So that book will be her closest memory to hang on. From then, Leisel begins to like books. Not because they were good books or bad books. I mean, she didn't even know how to read, but she liked them just because they were books. And then she feels compelled to steal them. At the school in which Leisel is enrolled, nobody likes her. The teacher doesn't like her much either, because she isn't very good in her studies, and whenever her teacher asks a question, she always likes to get up and answer, and she likes to pick fights with the boys, which no one liked, except for this boy named Rudy Steiner. Despite her disruptive behavior and depressed mindset, Rudy Steiner grows to be the optimistic force in her life. Then one day, Hans Huberman finds out that Leisel really loves books, but she doesn't know how to read. So every night he starts to sit by her and teach her the alphabet and teach her how to read little by little with the Gravedigger's Handbook. From then on, Leisel and Hans get to have a closer relationship. Then death introduces us to a new powerful character, Max Vandenberg. He is given refuge at the Huberman's house, and because being a Jew, he has to hide away from the soldiers and the other neighbors, so he gets to go and hide in the Huberman's basement. Initially, Leisel keeps away from Max, but slowly they grow close, possibly because they find they have a lot in common. The thing is, both Leisel and Max have inner struggles, which causes them both to have nightmares. But the difference is that Leisel's nightmares are because she has been taken away from her family. She cannot see her family anymore. But Max's struggles and nightmares are because he, by his own choice, left his family, and he's feeling guilty for that. And so Leisel's bonds grow closer with Hans and Rosa and Rudy and Max. And the book is very, very interesting. I really loved it. You must read it. So if I go any further, I'd be spoiling it for you, so I'm going to stop with the plot right there. Now for the rating. I would rate this book 5 stars. One thing I really liked about this book is the uniqueness of, the narrator. The narrator, as I told you earlier, is Death. And Death, how he is characterized in this book is not like the typical Death you'd think of. The Death here, he has a very surprising angle to things, and you must read the book to find out more yourself. The book is very well written. Some people think it's slow, but I actually enjoyed it. And the characterizations are very strong because they all have a different part in the book, which make it unique. The huge takeaway that I really got from this book is what actually made me give it a 5-star rating. There's a lot of characters in this book, more than I mentioned, and it has a complicated plot with a lot of events, and there's so much emphasis on relationships that all the characters have such a strong bond. They contribute to Leisel's growth, and she turns into a beautiful and kind human being. I like Leisel's bond with Max, because at first Leisel, she's so depressed and all in her struggles, and she's just really sad about it. Then Rudy comes in, he's also one part of her optimism. Then Max, he tells her about his struggles. And Leisel starts to learn about the experiences of the Jews in Nazi Germany and what all they had to go through. And through this, she finds out how great other people's struggles are. Through Leisel's experiences and everything the author has shared with us, I, as a reader, feel that if Leisel could get through all of this and be grateful after her sorrows with her inner strength, then imagine what all our inner strength could do. So this is a must-read. Here again, The Book Thief by Markus Zusak. And don't forget to come back for more book reviews and read-alouds at Little Books Great Stories. Thank you!